typifies that kind of an expression. In the holy place, we also have the menorah, which represents, light comes from that. That's the only source of light in that place. And if you take a look at Pentecostals and Charismatics, they understand things differently than those on the outside. On the outside, they understand the Bible literally. They love word-for-word translations. They read the Bible through their natural understanding. And in the outer court, you have a natural sun. You don't have, you have to get into the tent in order to have a different source of light. And when you get into that tent, all of a sudden you have the light from the menorah. And that light that comes from it, it comes out of olive oil. But that olive oil has to be produced by man, and it has to be trimmed by man, which represents that the light, the understanding, the revelation in that realm, there's a mixture of man and God. But in that realm, people are more comfortable with words of knowledge. They're more comfortable with dreams and visions. They don't have a problem with saying, "Brother, I have a word for you." In the outer court, that would never fly. Also in the holy place is the table of showbread, which represents the will of God and which represents strength. And if you notice that people in that holy place realm, they're much more zealous. They're much more determined to become holy. They're a notch up from those people that are in the outer court in terms of a desire to be holy and to be like God. So that holy place realm, we're talking about Pentecostals and Charismatics. But that's not the end of the story. There's another room, and that's the most holy place. And that's what I'm talking about. My hunger for this corporate expression that I've been sharing for the last hour or so, it has to do with moving from that holy place realm into the most holy place realm. And in the most holy place realm, there's only one piece of furniture, and that's the Ark of the Covenant. And the Ark of the Covenant, the seat on that is the love seat of God. It's the mercy seat. In the holy place, there's pure love, pure mercy, pure grace. In the most holy place, we have this mercy seat, a covering, if you will. And under that covenant covering, in a box, all closed up for nobody to see, are the tablets of stone on which the Ten Commandments were written. And they're hidden away. In that box is Aaron's rod, which produced life while it was yet dead. And in that box is a jar of what looks like white mariander seed. It was the leftover manna from Israel when they were in the wilderness. What do we have here? We have a rod that produces life. We have 2 stone tablets. In the Old Testament, testicles were called stones. And we have this white mariander seed. Get the picture. What we have here is a masculine male expression of producing life. That's what we have. In that room is the very presence of God, who is life. In that very room, we have the very light of God. We have perfect revelation, perfect understanding. 3 components, 3 different sources of light, 3 different dimensions of understanding, and 3 different structures of law in that most holy place. When you get there and you're going to sit somewhere, you're going to sit on pure mercy, absolute pure gold, between 2 cherubim. And in between there is the very fire of God. The Bible says our God is an all-consuming fire. And if you want to be a part of this expression that I'm talking about,